Module 2.2, Types of Charts. Your learning outcomes from this unit are to describe the types of chart that you can use to view market action and identify the potential use, advantages and disadvantages of the three main types of chart: line charts, bar charts and candlestick charts. And of course, ultimately become confident in changing the chart type on your trading platform to have the view that you want to make your trading decisions upon. Let's start by looking at why charts are important. We covered in some detail about how markets move and why in Module 1 and discussed the changes, positive or negative, in sentiment that creates price movement. When we look at charts to make a judgment about what this means, it's termed technical analysis, as you already know. And it can be used to guide entry into a trade and of course subsequent exit. In this course, we're going to cover the basic and most common types of technical analysis and use these to illustrate what a trading system can look like. The first step in this is to look at the different types of chart that you can use. The most simple is a line chart, and this is, as you see on the diagram, a single line which plots period closes. Now, just a point of reference here. When we talk about period closes, we're talking about the time frame that you're trading. So in this particular case, we're looking at a 30-minute US dollar Japanese yen chart. So what you see in front of you is a point plotted every 30 minutes and then these joined up to form the line. So the current period is as it is seen now, irrespective of its progress towards the end of a period. Now what I mean by that is the last point on the chart may not be a full 30 minutes. The advantage of line charts is they're easy to read, but you do get reduced information compared to some other chart types. Because of the fact that there's less noise, you've just got this simple plot of period closes, it may be easier to see some chart patterns and key price points, which we're going to discuss later. And it is potentially useful for indicator-based strategies such as moving averages, breakouts, often more easily seen using a line chart. The other types of charts are bar and candlestick charts, and you see examples of these in the diagram. We'll go through these step by step. Bar charts are also called open, high, low, close charts. This is a bar chart on the right, and you'll see that there is a straight bar down the middle which indicates the high and the low of the particular time period. The left-hand line indicates the open price and the right-hand line indicates the close price. So in this case, our close was lower than our open, or in other words, this is a bearish bar. Candlestick charts provide the same information as bar charts, and you'll see on the diagram on the left, we've got again the open, high, low and close. The difference with candles is you've got the difference between the open and the close filled in. This is termed the candle body. In this case, you'll see the close was higher than the open, so this is a bullish candle. There are some specific candle types that have names attached to them, for example the doji, and some traders use these along with what happens with the next candle to make trading decisions. This advanced approach is beyond the scope of this introductory course, but may be something you want to explore later after you've completed this First Steps in Forex program. So as I said, both illustrate not only the open and the close price for that period, but also the high and the low. So you get that additional information beyond that which you get with a line chart. But the rule is the same. The last candle or bar that you'll see is a candle or bar in progress, not the close price. And this is an important point later for when we look at potentially some of the decisions you may make. Now we've changed the candle to a bearish candle, and you'll see that the close is lower than the open now. And you have the choice on your chart to change the colours of bearish versus bullish candles or bars, depending on your particular preference. One of the advantages of seeing this additional information is that you may get some indication of buying and selling pressure within that particular period. And that, combined with other things such as volume, may be useful in determining what you do next. Some price action-based strategies, so for example particular patterns that charts make, something called an inside bar strategy, use bar charts and candles on which to make decisions. Again, these are beyond the scope of this particular unit. Just to reinforce a critical point, many traders wait until the bar or candle is fully formed before making a trading decision. Now I've looked at the different chart types, let's look at how to change these on your MetaTrader platform. There are two main areas which you can do this. Firstly, from the top navigation bar, where you see charts, and that's a drop-down menu. And secondly, in this area here with these icons. Now let's explain this in some detail, showing you it in real time. So here's our US dollar, Japanese yen 30-minute chart of the line chart variety that we've already seen in a previous slide. As I said before, there are two areas which you can change the chart type. You can go into the charts navigation at the top and you can change it here. So let's just change this to a bar chart. You'll see we've chosen to color these lines red if it's a bearish bar and green if it's a bullish bar. And also within this drop down menu you can change the time frame that you're trading there. So let's change this to a 15-minute chart. Now we can also use these icons at the top. So here we've got a bar chart. Let's change it to a candle. There we go. There's our fat candles. And we're back to a line chart here. There we go. And of course, again, we can change the time frame. And if you're not sure, if you can't remember, just move your mouse over the icon itself and it will give you a little cue. If you want to zoom in and out, you can zoom in to get some more detail, or of course zoom out to get that bigger picture. But again, like everything we're covering, it's just going to get easy for you if you practice it. So your actions from this unit are really to build confidence by using your demo platform, becoming familiar with the different types of charts. And you can start to make notes on what the information is that it's telling you about what's happening in the market as an additional useful exercise. We'll see you in the next unit.